Hello again from my front porch. It's election day! Yay! Now I say yay for a couple of reasons. One, because I really actually do get excited about election day. Yeah, I mean, honestly, for all the faults that America has, and there is a list of them that people can put out, it still is, in my opinion, the greatest nation in the world. And apparently I'm not the only person that thinks that, because look at all the people doing desperate things to get in to our country. So even around the world, even though there's this perception that, oh, no, people think bad about the United States. Yeah, well, maybe some people do. But actual people, they all still see this as the land of hope and opportunity. And that's why they go to such measures to try to get in and start a new life here. Because it is a great nation. And one of the things that makes it a great nation is the fact that the people are allowed to be engaged, that we control things. We actually can. I know it doesn't always feel like we are in control, but we really can. If we, the people, join together and will, on election day, will choose a course of action through who we elect into office, it can change things dramatically. I mean, come on, look what happened with the last presidential election. Donald Trump elected president. Now, whether you like the guy or not, whether you voted for the guy or not, still, you can't dispute the fact that him winning that election clearly made a difference. Again, good or bad, I'm not arguing one with the other, but I'm saying, see, right, now granted that one person is a president and that they have significant power, and other offices may not have that extent of influence and power, but every individual does make a difference. And so my encouragement to you is to not get focused on, well, but, and maybe it doesn't, and I'm not so sure about the influence, I don't know that it can. Forget all of that. All that matters is you have a rare and wonderful opportunity that there are people all around the world that would love to have the opportunity in their country to be able to go into a polling place, to be able to mark down who you're voting for and make your wishes known. Don't squander that. Don't blow it away. Don't let it just, well, I don't really care. That's the worst thing you could do, is to just let other people make the decisions for you. Use your voice. Cast your vote. Get your sticker. Now, admittedly, I voted a couple of weeks ago, and I've been sitting on the sticker because technically I cast my vote a couple of weeks ago, but my vote won't count until today. So technically, even though I cast it 2 weeks ago, I am voting today with all the rest of you. And so yay. Today. Another reason, though, that I like Election Day is because it finally brings an end to the political ads. Man. You know, I used to be a die-hard political aficionado. I was involved with the campaigns. I managed campaigns. I've even run for office myself. And I was so immersed and so involved. And yet over the years, I've become disenfranchised, disconnected, maybe just dismayed, because it's just gotten so ugly. It's not even about electing people who are going to stand for principled things. Campaigns are about vote for me because I'm not the other person, and let me tell you how bad the other person is. That's what campaigns have become, and that's so sad, because the whole point of the political process, when this all started, the whole point of it was supposed to be so that individuals who wanted to serve could stand up and say, this is who I am, this is what I believe, if you agree with me, then please vote for me. That was what the whole point of the process was supposed to be. We have so twisted and distorted that it's not even funny, it's sad. And now, voting is important. Don't lose track of that. What I'm complaining about right now is the way the political parties, and frankly, I think one of the worst things in America right now is the fact that we have two monolithic political parties that just have a chokehold on everything, and they are more interested in preserving their own power than doing what the people want. And so that's where the disconnect between the ballot box and what actually happens in policy happens. It has nothing to do with whether the voting is effective. It has to do with the fact that these political parties party leaders have started to assume that they can run the show rather than the people. We need to do something about that. In fact, if you vote for candidates other than the two parties, it kind of helps that. Hint, 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 wink, wink. Anyway, so it's election day, and we're moving along with that. That's great. Another thing though about election day that I'm going to be intrigued to see how it's influenced is celebrity and organizational endorsements. Because again, a lot of what's happening in campaigns now is fear-mongering, is stirring paranoia, not talking about, well, vote for this candidate because this is what they stand for, but instead saying, don't vote for this candidate because if you do, the world will come to an end. Life, as you know it, will cease to exist. Why? It will be blood in the streets. It will be thunder and lightning storms every day. Everybody will lose their jobs. Everybody, it's just, it's. I'm being absurd, but sometimes I feel that way about most of the commercials that I see too. And these things come out not just from political candidates, but from organizations and especially from celebrities. Celebrities keep jumping in the mix and saying, vote for this person. I'm supporting this person because they're not this person. That's a really sad reason to support someone. I support this person because they're not this person. Now, I don't really know what this person's going to do, but I know they're not that person, so they have to be better. Not necessarily. No. And then the offshoot of that comes, and then like Taylor Swift is an example of this, that Taylor Swift has never really expressed her political leanings one way or the other, but this time around, she did speak up in regards to a race in her home state of Tennessee. And so she spoke up, and immediately they started saying that they were seeing this surge in voter registrations, and they were calling it the Taylor Swift effect. Now, I don't know. We won't know until the results come in today whether Taylor Swift had an impact on those results or not. But here's the thing that kind of bugs me about. Now, on one hand, I love the fact that maybe there are more people getting involved, because you remember where I started saying, you should vote. Yeah, everybody should vote. Yes. But you also should know why you're voting the way you vote. You should know why you're supporting the candidate you're supporting, not just why you're voting against the candidate you don't like, but what exactly are you voting for as well. And the thing that concerns me about things like the Taylor Swift effect, which I'll use just as an example, but I mean there's plenty of others all over the chart that we could look at, but the Taylor Swift effect, if indeed you have a whole bunch of individuals that said, oh, well, Taylor Swift said I should vote for so-and-so, I need to go register and I need to vote for them because Taylor Swift said so. See, that's disappointing to me, because how do you know that Taylor Swift is right? Well, because she's this great star. I love her music and I just think she's so wonderful. Okay, great. Yes, I agree. She seems like a great person. Yeah. But how do you know that when it comes to politics that she's making the right call? Now, I'm not saying she's not. Don't get me wrong. What I'm saying is it's great to be inspired by somebody, by a celebrity or by an organization or by a cause. It's great to be inspired to say, oh, you know what? I should probably get involved. I should get registered. I should vote. It's great to be inspired by that, but you still need to take on the personal responsibility of reading up a little bit, of understanding who the people are that are in the election. What are the issues? What is at stake in the big picture? And make sure that what you're voting for through the candidates you select actually is what you want. Don't just vote because a celebrity told you to vote that way. Vote that way because you want to vote that way. And when you hear these dire predictions of earth-shattering impact, this is the most important election ever in history, in a generation, in whatever. You know what? Every election is the most important election. Every single one. And I'm not downplaying them. I'm saying every one of them should be regarded as that. This election right now, no more significant than the last one, or the one before, or the one before, or the one before. Every one of them had repercussions and impacts. This one will too. Now, will those be positive or negative? Yes. Depending on which side of the ideological spectrum you may be on, no matter how the elections turn out today, you're not going to like some of the stuff that transpires because of the election. And you will like some of the stuff that transpires because of the election. But nobody is going to be completely happy. And you know what? That's called compromise. That's the way it works. And so then here's the follow-up challenge. Get out, vote, get your sticker. But then, no matter how the dust settles today, whether the Republicans keep Capitol Hill in D.C. or whether they lose Capitol Hill in D.C., whether there is now gridlock in D.C. or there's, well, I won't say lack of gridlock because there still has been gridlock to an extent. But whatever happens at the state levels, at your city levels, whatever, whoever gets elected, whatever they say they're going to do now, your job is not done. You got your sticker today for voting. Good job. But then tomorrow, and certainly come January when all of these individuals are sworn in, you need to be paying attention. You need to keep tabs on them. You need to keep track of the things they said when they were on the campaign trail they were going to do, and then say, are they actually doing those things once they got into office? Because that's also a problem. When you get these individuals elected and they listen more to their party than to the people. And you know how we prevent that? By identifying those people and kicking them out of office. That sends a message. So, there you go. Today is a big day. It's election day. And it will mean an end, well, I was going to say it mean an end to political ads for a while. Maybe a day or two, because I've already seen articles about individuals who are preparing to run for president in 2020. So I don't think we're going to get all that much of a rest. In fact, I think we are rapidly moving into a time in our culture where it is just 24/7, round-the-clock political campaigning all the time. And in fact, I would argue that much of that Kavanaugh Supreme Court hearing thing was people jockeying for opportunity to run for president on both sides. That there was a lot of grandstanding, a lot of speech making, a lot of attempts to gain some media time so that they could throw out some red meat to whoever their base was to say, look, I'm thinking of running for president. What do you think? Do you like me? Do you love me enough to cause me to do that? And I think we're going to see, sadly, no matter how the election turns out today, I think we're going to see a lot more of that in the next few months to come as you see people grandstanding, especially jockeying to become a candidate for president of the United States in 2020. So hold on, buckle in. It's going to be a very bumpy ride and a very bloody one, unfortunately, I'm sure too. All right, well, with that chipper bit of all right, I gotta get going. Time to go. Oh, you know what? While you're all watching the results and either celebrating or wringing your hands around how things turning out, I won't see them until later tonight because I get to go to the Iowa Wolves basketball. They changed their name last season. I still got to rewire the brain. I'm going to be at the Iowa Wolves basketball game tonight, singing the national anthem. What a perfect night to get asked to sing the national anthem on election night. This is so cool. And yes, I do plan to wear my sticker. That's why I got it on the left side too, because when you sing national anthem, put your hand over your heart, over the right side. So I want my sticker to still be able to be showing when I'm singing the national anthem. So yay, I get to do that tonight. That's going to be awesome too. So we'll see what the election results turn out, but all I know is I am still proud to be an American, and I am very thrilled and honored to be able to, on election night, be singing the national anthem for the Iowa Wolves. And with that, much better way to end. With that, I'll see y'all next time from my front porch.